Folks, hello and welcome to a new year. Where is Peng Shuai? Seems a fairly reasonable question to ask about the Chinese tennis star, but not if you're Tennis Australia. Before I continue, let's back up with a brief history lesson. Last November, the former Wimbledon and French Open doubles champion claimed on Chinese social media site Weibo that she was sexually assaulted by former Vice Premier Zhang Gaoli. Like many government critics in China, Peng then vanished. She wasn't seen in public or heard from for 3 weeks, which sparked international outcry. Peng eventually popped up on Chinese state media to deny those allegations and said she was misinterpreted. Naturally, people questioned its authenticity. Showing solidarity, the Women's Tennis Association suspended all tournaments in China over Peng's safety. Since then, the 36-year-old has been cited just a handful of times on social media. Fellow players on the tour, including our world #1 Ash Barty, haven't heard from her. So this weekend at the Australian Open, 2 spectators forced the issue and wore T-shirts and carried banners, and it had that question, where is Peng Shuai? That was until security stepped in and asked for the shirt to be removed. Here's the video.
So you'd like her to take the shirt off? Can you just show us the shirt? Yeah. Yeah. So what do you suggest she wear? This, I can't take my shirt off.
Then I have to take that one off here as well, yeah?
Well, yeah, and you can take that off her as well.
Okay.
Yep.
And they are asking our friend to take her shirt off.
Turn around?
Yes. Oh, she's asking her to turn around?
Yes. Turn around, see the message.
The Australian Open does have a rule that there can't be any political slogans. So that is a rule that's part of the condition of entry.
This isn't a political message. This isn't someone saying vote the Liberal Party, vote the Labour Party. They're saying this is a female tennis player who's being persecuted, and Women's Tennis Association has spoken out for her. And they're just simply speaking up what the Women's Tennis Association is saying.
Yeah, I understand.
So where's the political message?
Yes, I understand what you're saying. However, Tennis Australia does set the rules, and regardless of what you're saying, and I'm not saying you can't have those views, but I am saying that Tennis Australia sets the rules here. So, security is saying, and again, these are the rules that Tennis Australia have put down, that they are allowed to confiscate your shirt.
Police and security claimed they were simply enforcing Melbourne Park's conditions of entry, which doesn't allow clothing, banners or signs that are commercial, political, religious or just downright offensive. Okay, fair enough. But then Tennis Australia got political with its official response. Peng Shuai's safety is our primary concern, it says. We continue to work with the WTA and the global tennis community to seek more clarity on the situation, and we'll do everything we can to ensure her well-being. But also, top players have been asked about Peng during their press conferences, so why can't members of the public? The hypocrisy was called out by Senator James Paterson, who chairs Parliament's powerful Joint Committee on Intelligence and Security.
Frankly, I'm pretty cynical about the sincerity of Tennis Australia. On the one hand, they say that their primary concern is Peng Shuai's welfare. On the other hand, they censor tennis goers who are wearing T-shirts appealing for her safety and well-being. That's total hypocrisy in my view and flies in the face of their commitment to her welfare.
But here's the real story. If you've watched the tournament, you've seen those 1573 logos. That, my friends, is one of the Open's main sponsors, which is a Chinese state-owned brand. Tennis Australia has a reported 5-year, $100 million contract with the Chinese liquor company Luzhou Laojiao, one of China's largest producers of the country's signature white spirit Baijiu, which no one here drinks or, as it turns out, pronounces correctly. But that doesn't matter. There's also another big deal with Chinese water company Ganton. Money talks, doesn't it? Sorry, Peng. The Winter Olympics is going to be a blast. See you next week, folks.